Michigan Nation, what is up? It's your boy TJ Ronin. I got my guy Johnny Olden in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's going on? When we throw them buffs on, you know.
Hey, here we go, bro. So as you guys know, John is doing official business. He's doing his big boy job. He's on the road traveling. So Johnny Olden, aka Captain America, is filling in tonight. We have a hell of a show. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. Obviously, some major things happening right now, Johnny. We have March Madness. It's going down. We'll get to that. And then we also have spring practice has started today. So
Finally.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff we'll talk about there. But as you guys know, this is the Tuesday show. This is where we look at various topics of all that. And we are in super chats. Shout out to GT here. Super chats are always welcome. We appreciate all the contributions from you guys. We appreciate you. Please like, share, subscribe to the video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We greatly appreciate that. Let's give a shout out here to GT. Breaking news. Bro 410 has informed the NCAA that a person matching Stallion's description was seen near Indiana this past weekend. ESPN is now advocating for the death penalty for Michigan basketball. You know, I wouldn't put it past them, GT. Wouldn't put it past them. The NCAA, no question, has a mission on Michigan. We'll see where it goes, but Michigan's fighting that. So let's do the damn thing. Yes, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. But appreciate you, GT. GT, you're going to scare people, GT. Watch it. Be careful. But this is what we need to talk about. Win Agency. Shout out to Win Agency. Shout out to Win Agency, our good friends at Win Agency. Thank you very much. Guys, it is March Madness. The bracket is here. So let's hear from our sponsors at Win Agency. And we will give you guys the link to the bracket. We already have 15. We already have 15 brackets. And I submitted mine. So, okay. So, yeah, I was going to say, I haven't even submitted mine. Mine's not finished yet. I'm still doing super secret research. But here's our sponsors at Win Agency. Shout out to them. They made this happen. Let's listen to our good friends at Win Agency.
Hey, Michigan fans. It may be the off season for football, but that doesn't mean we can't have a great time rallying around our amazing Michigan basketball team. In order to add even more madness to March, we at the Win Agency are issuing a $1,000 March Madness Bracket Challenge. This is only available to members. Whoever has the best bracket when the tournament is over will win $1,000 from the Win Agency. We're also filling out our own bracket, so you'll have to beat us if you want to win the grand prize. Good luck to all the Voice of College Football fans, and go blue!
Bam, $1,000. $1,000. Shout to Win Agency. Hey, any of your health insurance needs, you call Win Agency. They're the best in the business. And I'm not even saying that just to say that. I'm saying that because I use Win Agency, and I mean that. So, shout out to Win Agency. Give them a call. Google them. Find their social medias. And let's see who wins this tournament. Even though we know I'm going to win the tournament. But you guys should still try. Best efforts. We want everyone's best efforts. But I'll let you guys know what I do with the $1,000. Potentially, I'll talk to my financial advisor, and we'll figure things out. But Win Agency is also, again, in the chat. So excited to see everybody. So I'm going to give you guys right now the link. So this is to our members, Tier 2 or higher. If you are Tier 2 or higher, then you can submit a bracket to our group. There will be a community post, which we will post that to. John's not here. I would have John do it, but John's actually out of town. So I will be making a community post at some point. Be on the lookout for that. But again, if you are a member that is Tier 2 or higher, you can submit a bracket, and you have to be a member from March through April, and then you have the opportunity to win $1,000. May the best man win or woman, one man or woman win. So looking forward to that. So shout out to Win Agency. All right, now Johnny. What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm ready. I'm glad football is back. I just wish we had open practices. I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Oh, it is day one. So, not a lot I'm sure has gotten out, but I know we would all love to see what is going on in Ann Arbor right now, especially with Bryce Underwood. And, we do have a recruiting segment today. We will get into it. There's a lot. And there's no question Michigan is trying to line up these visits for spring practice so they can see what's going on in Ann Arbor. But yeah, man, I agree with you. We're just going to have to wait and see until the 19th, which we will be there. Spring game, Johnny will be there. I'll be there. we're gonna have a good ass time, guys. So we're looking forward to that. If you guys are there, you guys can kind of find our movements. We'll be updating on social media. We'll also give you guys an update before spring practice on what we're gonna be doing. But yeah, looking forward to meeting everybody there. So we got Elijah here. Elijah says, "Hey TJ, act like a blind man playing the piano." Okay. There we go. I can do that. Shout out to Elijah. Where you been, Elijah? Where you been my whole life? Yeah, man. So let's get into our first topic, Johnny. So this has been bothering me since the weekend, and I kind of talked about it yesterday on the members only stream. Shout out to our members who are part of that. We had a good time yesterday. And I also talked about it actually in the post game on Sunday. Damn, I'm doing 3 shows in a row. I just realized that. So I have a new thing that's going on right now, and that is my new thing is the UAL. We now have an epidemic going on with our rivals, and it is the UAL. It's the United Alliance of Losers, and this is the mutual agreement between the OSU fan base and the Michigan State fan base, where they have to go against the Michigan fan base because they can't do it themselves. It takes 2 of them to go against us because we are Goliath. And it's amazing to see when you look at what happened this weekend, Johnny. And I know you're not in social media as much as some of us. When Michigan State lost to Wisconsin, the crying by the Michigan State fan base, and then the support by the Buckeyes, and then all the shit talking over the weekend. Buckeyes got bounced early in the tournament. What are they in NIT now, or who even knows what they're doing? They're about to get deregulated to the MAC or something. But, yeah, I mean they can't even play basketball in Columbus. But but what we're seeing is you have these 2 fan bases rooting for each other against us. What's your thoughts on this, man?
It's sad. I've been on Twitter more lately, so I've been seeing it. As soon as Michigan won the Big Ten tournament, you had Michigan State fans. Oh, we beat you guys twice in the regular season and all that. You saw Ohio State fans coming out the woodwork, but it goes back before then. Ohio State won the Natty, and you had Michigan State fans rooting for them like they won the Natty, and they're trying to team up to talk about Michigan. It's just a sad thing that's going on with them. You got dudes like Spiro, going on his Ohio State podcast tour. I hate Michigan. Can I be your friend, Buckeyes? Please, can I? He's on there. They're saying OH, and he's IO. This dude actually did it. IO. Oh, I mean, go green. So they in a sad space, and that's what's been going on with them. Ohio State, Michigan State. We can't beat Michigan. Let's be friends. That's what's going on with them.
Yeah. It's absolutely wild, man. You see these 2 fan bases, and I mean this respectfully, and if there's any children listening, apologies, but just essentially sucking each other off, bro. Like it's unbelievable, the crying. I actually had let me see if I can find it. I had a pretty good post over the weekend that essentially I would say portrays the 2 fan bases quite well. And it was a hit. And of course it triggered some Buckeyes and some Sparties because they're soft as Charmin. But let's see, where is this? Damn. How long ago did I post this? I have a posting problem. I post too much. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, there it is. Found it. All right. So check this out, Johnny. What's your thoughts on this post? Am I right or am I right?
Hold on.
Am I right or am I right?
Let me put on my good ones. That's facts right there. That's facts.
Michigan succeeds and they cry, and then they bitch.
That's straight facts, bro.
Have you seen the Red Cedar message board, Johnny? Are you aware of this thing?
What's that?
Okay. So we talked about this last night. So 247, there's a Michigan State page. It's actually not behind a paywall. So if anyone wants a very good laugh, go to Spartan Tailgate 247. In their message boards, they have a community called the Red Cedar message board, and there is a tab that is literally. You know what? Maybe we should just show it. Hold on. Maybe we should just show it to everybody.
Just show it. Let me cook Ohio State real quick.
Bro, wait till you see this shit, bro.
because Ohio State, for some reason, they fans keep bringing up. You guys act like we didn't go on an 8-year run. You guys act like the last 20 years don't exist. It doesn't matter because we've been whooping y'all butt for the last 4 years. We don't care what happened 10 years ago or 20 years ago when y'all went on a run. Your run is over. We kicking y'all head in now. Bringing up that old stuff. Remember when Urban and Tressel were here? No, I don't. I remember Harbaugh, his last 4 years, kicking your head in. And Sharon Moore, too. That's what I remember. I don't remember what you did. Remember back in the days? Yeah, them days over. They over for you.
Yep. And then also, like, they want to act like those 20 years are special when they were the only team in the Big Ten paying players. Like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like all right, like
look, you guys act like, what are we supposed to still be sad that y'all beat us in 2018? Give me a break.
Yeah. So Johnny, check this out. So this is the Red Cedar message board. They have a topic or a post that is called Michigan Sign Stealing Cheating Scandal. Look at this. 4,818,000 views, 52,000 comments. This thing has been going on, guys, since the Connor Stalions thing has occurred. And it is at the very top of their topics because they are still talking about it. And if we go to page 2099, you will see 2 minutes ago. It looks like there's a Michigan fan that's going through it. They're battling. But point being is, these dudes are delusional. I'm surprised this dude hasn't been banned yet. I've been in here, I battled, and I got banned. So it's just hilarious, the delusion.
And what's crazy,
everyone wants to go laugh. Check this message board out. It's hilarious. It looks like there's a good debate going on here.
What's crazy is Ohio State just won the Natty. Now, Michigan State, we can understand that they ain't got nothing to be happy about. D'Antonio ain't coming back, so they gonna probably be mediocre, probably for the future. But Ohio State, you just won the Natty, and you act just as miserable as little old Michigan State. You know, Buckeye Scoop every day. Massive Michigan cheating, but massive breaking news every day. They living with this.
Dude, you know what it is, though? It's because Ohio State, they're nervous, bro. They're scared as hell with Michigan right now because Michigan's playing ball with NIL, and Michigan's beat them 4 years in a row. And next year, the game is in Ann Arbor, and we got Bryce Underwood. They're scared as shit. They're pissing down their leg, bro. That's the reality. They know the rivalry has changed, and they're in a position where they are a bottom bitch, bro. That's where they are right now. And Michigan does not look to be going away. We are on the ascend. They are on the descend. They did win a Natty. You know, I acknowledge their Natty. I don't discredit their Natty. They won their Natty. We won ours the year prior, though, 14 playoff. And then guess what? We're going to be in the playoffs next year. I feel very confident in saying that. And we're going to be a very good team next year. And we do have Ohio State at the end of the season, and I'm looking real forward to that game. You know, Bryce Underwood probably will be starting that game. I would assume so. That'd be my assumption on that. You know, so, you know, at the end of the day, they realize Michigan's getting their shit together, and it's scaring the shit out of them. I think they also realize, I don't know if all the Buckeyes will admit this or not, but some of them, I'm sure, realize, oh, everyone's buying players now. We're not going to have the talent advantage. The gap of, like, they're always going to have talent. So let's just make that very clear. They will have talent. They are power. They are blue blood. But that gap is like gone, dude. Like, Michigan's getting there. Oregon's there. You know, you have these other programs. Penn State's looking like a pretty strong team next year, but they always choke. So we're not expecting too much from Penn State. You know, so at the end of the day, in my opinion, what you're seeing from Ohio State fans is nervousness, and they're projecting, and they're trying to cling to any 20-year timelines. Shut the hell up, bro. You paid players.
They're talking about this Ryan Day. Some of them think Ryan Day found the blueprint.
Of what?
I'm like, how did he find a Michigan blueprint when he lost to Michigan? He beat teams that weren't Michigan in the playoff. That didn't solve his problem. When late November, remember, see you in November. They don't say that no more, but we'll say it. When November rolls around, that pressure is going to be back. That pressure coming back. You still have to do that. You're still at Ohio State. You still have to beat Michigan at some time, or you're going to get looked at crazy. And the only reason he got away with it because he won the Natty. You know, they've been trying to downplay the rivalry, but if they lose to any one of those teams, they're sitting there like our season was a failure.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that they won the Natty, now it don't mean nothing. But okay, so let's say you lose this year again, and you don't win the Natty. Oh, it still ain't gonna mean nothing. It's gonna mean something. So it's really, if you don't win it, or let's say this. Let's say next year they beat us and they don't win a Natty. I bet you they're gonna be hanging on to we won, at least we won the game. They're gonna be back. Oh, now the game means something since you won it.
Yeah, I mean,
but since all we've heard all year is now it don't mean nothing.
So, yeah, right. When they try and downplay, right. So, but it's funny because they were willing to literally fire their coach. They were out on Ryan Day prior to that Natty run. You know, that rivalry meant everything to them, so they can shut up on that too. We all saw the reaction, but it is what
exactly.
It is. But let's hit on little brother just a little bit before let's literally hit on little brother. They're garbage. Their program's garbage. Yeah. They have NIL. Their F. Izzo typically chokes in March, so that'll be hilarious to watch again. So like Michigan State has to live through Ohio State because they can't do nothing, bro. They got nothing.
Michigan State is pretty sad right now, bro.
It's embarrassing. And Jonathan, I'm gonna be real, bro. The way Jonathan Smith is moving right now, he's moving like a program that don't have any, like no power, no brand. Like,
no,
he just canceled the spring game today, dude.
Bro, Mel Tucker got by Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker really got him by that 1 year.
Yes.
That was him pretty much. And then those transfers, but you can't live off the transfer portal. Then you got caught whacking it on the phone with that girl. You're out of here. Now, this guy, Michigan State is not an easy place. Mark D'Antoni, he was a great coach. Strong, hard-nosed, won the Natty with Ohio State. Them dudes ain't him. I've been seeing like college football with Sam because I was going at Garrison about it. He's like, Michigan State. I'm like, bro, I'm not worried about them. Oh, but I'm not worried about them. I got to see them actually be good again. I ain't seen it. Michigan State got where they were actually decent off of defense. Them offenses weren't that good or great. They played fundamentally sound with guys 3 stars playing like they were 4 or maybe even a 5-star. That's what made Michigan State. Till I see that defense fly around and play fundamentally sound football, I ain't worried about Michigan State.
Yeah, no, not at all, man. I'm not worried about Michigan State at all. We own the state. They're gonna have a hard time trying to catch up to us. But that's who we are. United Alliance of Losers. F those guys. We'll just keep winning because that's what we do. We are Michigan. Let's take a couple super chats here, and then we will get into our recruiting update. I'm also I'm about to post the link to our March Madness bracket. If you are a member who is tier 2 or higher, go to our community tab, and you will be able to enter. It'll be there. I'll let you guys know when I post it. Obviously, stick with us. You guys can enter after our show, and it'll be there. We have until I believe it is Thursday at 12:15. So you have till Thursday at 12:15 to submit a bracket. Be there or don't. Less people who enter, good for me. But if you do enter, second place is as high as you're going to get. Okay, so let's start reading some super chats. So we got GT in the house. OSU turned down the invite to the women's tourney. It seems fitting. They should have entered it. I mean, I feel like although we are against. Never mind. It's political. I'll stay away from that one. Anywho. Justin here with the $2 super chat. Why is Penn State not even trying to play us anymore? In what, football? Well, they're not. So
that's the Big Ten doing that.
Yeah, Big Ten's playing those games. So I mean, but Penn State don't want it. We know that they choke whenever they play us.
Yeah, they got Ohio State and Oregon this year, and we don't play Oregon, and Ohio State doesn't play Oregon either.
Yeah. So we got GT here with another $5 hitter. Who would win in a fist fight? Lou Holtz and Red Cedar users, assuming Lou Holtz was asleep. Shit, we know Lou Holtz. Lou Holtz got it in him, man. He's got some piss and vinegar run through his veins, man. Ryan Day don't want it with Lou Holtz. We know that. True story. All right, we got GT again. At this point, MSU needs to start at OnlyFans. Well, they just got rid of an individual who I'm sure was down to do an OnlyFans account.
Yeah.
But,
Mel was ready for that.
Recoup some of that contract back, bro. Recoup some. Anyways, all right. So let's get into what we all love, and that is recruiting. Shit's getting hot, boys. I'm not gonna lie. Shit is getting hot. We are starting to pick up steam. Shout out to Doreen. Where is Lou Holtz?
I like to know where Lou Holtz is.
Lou Holtz is looking for Ryan Day. All right, so recruiting update, boys. So this isn't as clean as it would be with Johnny or with my good co-host, which, by the way, we miss you, John Diadamo. But we are gonna do it off riff. And we're just going one by one here. Johnny, if you want to hit on any of these recruits, you let me know, but I'm just going to go through it. So
go ahead.
Boys, we have who is become a major target, and that is QB1 of 2026, Ryder Lyons, guys. Ryder Lyons is interesting because he's the one who's going to be going on an 18-month mission, and he will not truly be a quarterback for Michigan or any school he chooses until 2027. But he is without question elite. And what's very interesting is he did an interview recently, and he essentially mentioned that BYU and Michigan were his top teams that he was looking at. And Michigan's pushing very hard here. It does appear from an outsider's perspective that Michigan is giving Ryder Lyons a little bit more attention than potentially Trey Taylor, who's a true 2027, who we're a big fan of. We had him on the show. We like Trey Taylor. But obviously, if we were to land Ryder Lyons, who is elite, and we showed you guys this huddle tape maybe a week ago, obviously that would move Trey Taylor in a different direction, right? So we have to see that. This is really what Chip Lindsey is probably having the strongest input here, because what I do know is Trey Taylor wants to meet and sit down with Chip Lindsey. There isn't that relationship quite built yet where they're very comfortable with one another yet. So Trey Taylor will be visiting Michigan this March. We will see on that. But Ryder Lyons is going to be visiting Michigan April 12th through the 13th for an unofficial visit, multi-day unofficial visit. This is a name we need to watch because it does appear as the weeks and the days progress, momentum and things seem to be trending in a really good direction for Michigan. And it appears Michigan's very aggressive here. So let's see how this transpires. Johnny, do you have anything at Ryder Lyons?
I've seen him a little bit. He looks like a stud. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
just from what the few clips I've seen of him, he looks nice. So with this, he's what is it? Mormon? That's Mormon mission.
No, he's not Mormon. He's like a special type of Catholic or Christian, or it's not Mormon because Mormon's simply a 2-year mission. This is an 18-month mission. I'm sure someone in the comments knows. It's a unique. It's not even unique. It's a certain religion that has a. I don't see it in the channel. I'm sure someone.
So he graduates 2020 this year, 2025.
No, I don't think he's Jesuit, GT. I don't remember what he is, so forgive me. I don't think it's Jesuit either. It's like saints, like Christian saint, or I don't even know. Whoever knows. If you know, let me know. All right, so next player we're going to hit on is number 1 player in the nation, Jackson Mother effing Cantwell. He's going to be visiting Michigan this week, guys. This week. He will be on campus March 22nd, and Michigan's going to look to make a move here, a real move. And Michigan's been aggressive here, and it's widely known and widely understood. This is an NIL recruitment, guys. This is an NIL recruitment. Now, the players who are in this recruitment, it is between Miami, Michigan, and Oregon. Tells you all you need to know. These are bags. These are these are bags.
What you got in that bag?
Yeah, and what's really interesting about this, Johnny, is Michigan just went hard as hell for Andrew Babalola and Ty Haywood. They put up the money. They got the job done. They literally stole Ty Haywood from Alabama. Alabama wasn't even willing to play ball. They're like, nope, not going to do it. Too much money.
Yeah.
There's word. Michigan's going to be as aggressive with Jackson Cantwell. And they're looking to land another elite offensive lineman back-to-back years who are literally dudes, like these guys are literally the cornerstone players, and you're stacking cornerstone players. You're going to stack. If you land Cantwell, you're about to stack 3 cornerstone players in back-to-back years. Very interesting to see how this transpires. We're going to learn a lot after the spring visit, but I wanted to bring to your guys' attention. He is coming to visit March 22nd, and you can see when we go through this recruiting update, they want these kids to see practice. They want these kids to see the culture. They want these kids to see Bryce Underwood in action. No doubt that's a part of it. We'll get into it when we get into receivers and what's going on there. The other thing that's pretty crazy that's going on, another offensive lineman that Michigan's been very high on, and it's Malachi Lee. Malachi Lee, as of Sunday, has started a 4-day visit, a 4-day unofficial, on his own dime visit, as he is from Hawaii. And this is major because there was a lot of speculation in the winter that Michigan was the leader for Malachi Lee. Malachi Lee is a monster, guys. He's 6'6", 318 pounds, offensive tackle, and I'm sorry, 318 pounds. Forgive me. And
he's a monster already.
Yeah, he's already a big boy, bro. And what's interesting is USC seems to have made a move. And if anyone has paid attention to recruiting, USC is a problem right now. They literally have like 6 top 100 guys right now. They're the number 1 class in the nation. Their total composite as a class is already 255 points, which would be considered a pretty solid year. So if they stopped recruiting today, they'd be considered a pretty solid class. That's how good USC is doing. Obviously, they're pushing bags because they got to save Lincoln Riley. But USC is our main challenger here. And the fact that Michigan is getting 4 straight days, 4 straight practices to show, well, I guess it'd be about 2 or 3 practices to show Malachi Lee what Michigan has to offer. This is the opportunity to change the momentum of this recruitment. And I think, and I don't know this is assumption, but I do believe Michigan can do it. And the reason why I believe they can do it is because Malachi Lee is so high on their board. And Michigan, when they lock into guys, they go all in. We know NIL is not a problem. We know this. I know that Sharon Moore is using this spring practice as a recruiting opportunity to just showcase what this program is building into. And when you have a player like Bryce Underwood, and these kids are going to see him in practice just unloading, they're going to want to come here, guys. They're going to want to be a part of this. You know, we obviously have a winning culture. We just beat Ohio State again for 4 years in a row. We just beat Alabama. Sure, we had some down years, but there's a national championship that's just a year old. You know, 3 straight Big Ten titles. Sharon Moore has proven himself to be a pretty good coach in big games. I'm anticipating a big spring, guys. And we're going to, you want to hit on Malachi Lee, Johnny?
Yeah, that would be a huge get. I mean, going against USC, it's like, what does USC really have to offer? Like, their culture, they don't really have a winning culture. It's a disappointing culture, if we want to be honest about it. Like, every year they're up there and then they disappoint. So it's like Michigan, like you said, Michigan just won the Natty a year ago or 2 years ago, however you want to say it. And the way Michigan gets down, the physicality, like, what offensive lineman doesn't want to push people around and get the chance to manhandle dudes?
Right. And Michigan prioritizes offensive line. And we've already heard it. We just had Bear McWhirter on just last week, who committed to Michigan stolen from Alabama, literally said the focus that Michigan has on the offensive line, the way that they make that a priority. And Sharon Moore is the head man who won 2 Joe Moore Awards. He talked about how when he came to visit, when that Joe Moore Award trophy was in the weight room, it meant a lot to him. It was a lasting impression. Michigan has that identity. We are a power spread offense, and we are going to smash you. And that's what we do. And that's why we're so appealing. And that's why other top targets, and the next 2 guys I'm going to talk about, every single offensive lineman I've hit on and I'm about to hit on, I love Jackson Cantwell. I love Malachi Lee. Marky Walbridge is the next kid we're going to talk about. He's also going to be visiting Michigan March 21st to the 23rd, a 3-day unofficial visit, guys. Again, unofficials is paying on their own dime. They're coming here to really take in the experience, really take in practice, Do these kids have school? I don't know.
That's what I was about to say. What are they on spring break right now, right?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, but I'll be honest. If my kid was like a blue chip player, we're looking at college, son. We're looking at college. But anyways, again, a 6'6" monster. This kid's a mauler. He fits the identity. He's right up there with Bear McWhirter in terms of just smash football. Every single one of these dudes we're going to talk about today, they're the same identity, the same DNA. Like, there's no doubt you could see Michigan. If you look at Michigan's recruiting board and like the prospects they're targeting in terms of offensive line, it is very clear the direction and mentality that they're after. And it is just nasty players, nasty smash mouth players. And Marky Wahlberg fits that. And the next player we're going to talk about is very similar. And shout out to Maze Madman and shout out to the crew, because they had Zayden Krempin on for an interview about 2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah. And he's also going to be visiting Michigan. Actually, he's already in Michigan. He's already in Ann Arbor. He's visiting right now. He's in Ann Arbor right now. And Michigan's extremely high on him also. He also fits our DNA. So when you look at these four guys, Jackson Canwell, Malachi Lee, Marky Wahlberg, Zayden Krempin, they're sure, some are a little, but they're all good. Like, every single one of these dudes would be great lands. All blue chip players. I mean, like, it's a hell of a group of targets that are currently visiting Michigan, or going to be visiting Michigan. I think we're going to have an amazing offensive line class. And we've had 2 years in a row of very good offensive line classes. This might be the best one. Like, really.
That's saying something.
It's saying, but I'm going to tell you, Michigan's playing ball, bro. Michigan, you know what I'm saying? Michigan's playing ball.
You got to play ball, but with Sharon Moore and his identity and how he is, that offensive line has to be legit. Like, it has to be, especially with Bryce now. You know, you have to get that offensive line back to where we had it and where we want it and need it, because we saw how it is when you don't have it last year. You know, Davis Warren running for his life and just throwing it up. He don't want to get hit. He didn't want to get hit the first 5 games. He just throwing it up. So you got to have that offensive line, whether you're trying to smash or you're trying to pass. We need a good offensive line play.
Absolutely. And I'm trying to find the next guy I want to shoot. I should have had this ready before we started it. All right, I don't have it ready, so we're just going to have to talk about it. But the next player I want to hit on, and this is a major one. This is one of those, if anyone's been following On3, they've been talking about there's a few players that they're not mentioning names about who are secretly visiting Michigan. One of those players, well, one of them was Malachi Lee, although, bro, we had that like 2 weeks ago. We knew when he was coming to visit. I don't know why they were playing all secretive about it, but apparently Malachi Lee told one of the guys there, Ethan McDowell, I think his name is, to hold off on making that public, but it was already public. We talked about that a few weeks ago. Anyways, Calvin Russell, the number 3 wide receiver in the nation, is visiting Michigan, guys. He's going to be visiting Michigan for a multiple-day visit to take in practice, get to know Bryce Underwood, and Michigan is pushing hard here. So one thing that I told you guys since December, and if it wasn't December, it was definitely January. I told you I'm a firm believer that Michigan is going to land an elite wide receiver this cycle. Now, It may not be over the summer, but it will be when they start playing ball in the regular season, because these kids are going to see Bryce Underwood, NIL is going to be good, and they're going to be told, and they are being told, I know this has already been confirmed, that they are going to have the opportunity to start game 1. When we need an alpha, we need that alpha wide receiver, and there is a big need for that in Michigan, especially on the outside, right? So Calvin Russell, and I wanted to show us huddle tape, guys, but there's a lot of Calvin Russells. Who knew? But so my bad for not having that up for you guys. And again, John D. Adam was not here. Shout out to my partners, why I need him. But he's going to be here for a multi-day visit. This is one of the wide receivers that Michigan is currently targeted that we would put in that elite category. Another player who's going to be visiting Michigan March 24th to March 25th is Messiah Hampton, the number 193 player in the nation, another pretty big time receiver.
You got how big is he?
Well, I said big time. Size-wise, I believe, let's see, I think he's actually on the smaller, I think he's like a Z type. So he's only 6 foot 170. Calvin Russell, to give his size, by the way. Let's see if we got that. So Calvin Russell, to give his size, is 6'5", 195.
Ooh. That's Nico. That's Nico. We need that.
Yeah, let me actually, you know what? I think I just found his highlight tape. We're gonna play this. So I just got to Calvin Russell's highlight tape. Let's play this. So as we're gonna talk about some of these, actually, let's take a look at this. So let's take a look at Calvin Russell.
6'5".
Yeah, so this kid's 6'5", 195. So this is who Michigan's currently targeting. This is who, another elite player. He's currently the number 3 wide receiver in the nation, 18th overall by 247, 38th overall by the composite. But you can already see, look how tall he is. He's just towering these dudes out.
Man.
Extremely athletic, lanky. This kid's gonna go to the NFL, guys. You can already see it. I mean, please, Michigan.
Yeah, he just needs to be fine tuned with his
weight room,
his body and his weight
in the weight room. And let me so they're targeting elite players right now at the wide receiver position, which I'm very excited about because that is, we talked about maybe a week ago, we were talking about
too easy.
If I look at the Michigan football program, they're doing everything I could ask as a football fan, except one thing, and that's landing an elite wide receiver. Well, they are on pursuit of that this cycle, and I believe they will do it. So shout out to Michigan for putting in the work there. The next player I want to talk about is Christian Ward, okay? This is a very interesting recruitment. 6'3" wide receiver, 4-star out of Georgia. What makes this interesting is he's visiting Michigan today, but that's not why it's interesting. It's interesting because he has Michigan currently as the number 1 team in his recruitment. And I find that interesting because there's not a lot of talk about him. But he is confirmed twice now over the last 2 months to E.J. Holland. I know, E.J. Holland. He's confirmed to E.J. Holland the last 2 months that Michigan currently leads his recruitment. And he is visiting again today, guys. And there is a belief that if Michigan pushes, they could land Christian Ward. So that's a name we're going to be watching. He does have ties to Michigan. His older cousin actually played basketball for Michigan in the 90s. And his cousin's name was Gerard Ward. So I'm not as familiar with the 90s basketball. I did miss the Fab Five era. I did miss the 90s era. But interesting little tie. So there's definitely the maize and blue connection within his family. So that's something we are going to be monitoring. Is he going to be one of the wide receivers that ends up in this class? We'll find out. The next player we're going to hit on is Brock Harris, the number 3 tight end in the nation. He is currently set to do an unofficial visit March 28th, guys. So again, within recent weeks, we're going to be hosting one of the top tight ends. And then Brock Harris, in my opinion, is a must get because we missed out on. I need to chill out. And there's a reason why I need to chill out. Matt Ludwig is the big time tight end too. We're after Matt Ludwig. And actually, we're in a great position for Matt Ludwig. That's a kid out of Montana who just moved up, I think, into the top 150s overall. He's also going to be visiting March 21st to March 23rd. So both these tight ends are going to be on campus relatively soon. But I wanted to give you guys an update on Brock Harris because he is the number 3 tight end in the nation, big time player. And the reason why I was going to say he's a must get is because of the Andrew Olish situation. Shout out to his mom because she rocks. Dad, not so much. And then the next player I want to talk about with you guys is Carter Meadows. And I'm going to pull up his huddle tape right now. So Carter Meadows, guys, is a 5-star player, number 6 player in the nation. Okay? 6th player in the nation. So let me pull this up right here. Defensive line. So Carter Meadows has Michigan as one of his top schools. And there's a reason why this is an interesting recruitment, guys. He's going to be visiting Michigan this week, March 21st. And what makes this very interesting and unique is he is not about just money. He's about academics. We have an Andrew Babaloa situation, ladies and gentlemen. We have an Andrew Babaloa. He is visiting Northwestern and Stanford.
Okay? Ain't no excuses not to get him.
Yeah, exactly. So academics matter. So because we have NIL and because we are Michigan, we have the academics. This kid seems very gettable for Michigan. We have everything he could possibly want. He's a monster. Monster. This is a must get. Number 6 player.
What's his size?
He is let's double check. Let's just double check. So I'll pull up his profile. I believe he's 6'5", but let's double check. 6'6", 215 right now. So obviously he needs to add some weight, but that's okay. We can do that.
Yeah.
Just trust he can handle that. So yeah. So be on the lookout, guys, for Carter Meadows. He will be visiting the 21st. We will, without question, have our ears to the ground, seeing what we hear coming out of this visit. But to me, Musket. This kid is elite, cornerstone type player, physically gifted. Look at his arms. Look at his frame. I mean, he's built for it, man. You put a good 40 pounds on him, and we can do that. That's what we do. Who are we watching? This is Carter Meadows. Carter Meadows, number 6 player in the nation, 5-star edge out of Gonzaga. We've had success getting players out of Gonzaga, a private school. Yes, this is Meadows. Yes, it is.
He's a stud.
Yeah, he is a stud, dude. And yeah, so let's be on the lookout, boys. Let's see what they can do. Now, the next player I want to hit on is a 2027, and that is Dakota Garant. Now, typically, you guys know how we do the recruiting updates. We don't typically touch 2027s. It's a year away, but this is unique. The only time we do 2027s is if it's a quarterback or an elite 5-star player, or it has to be a really unique situation. Well, guess what? This is going to hit 2 of the 3. We're talking the number 1 wide receiver in the nation, Dakota Garant out of Michigan. Okay.
Best players in Michigan go to Michigan.
That's right, baby. And Michigan has a great relationship with him. Bryce Underwood has a great relationship with him. Could you imagine a scenario where we land a Calvin Russell, and then you get Dakota Garant the next season, and we also get CJ Sadler this year?
How big is he?
Bro. How big is he? Dakota Garant. So Dakota Garant is, I believe he is maybe 6'3". Let's find out though. Let me just double check. No, I lied. He's actually only 6'1".
That ain't bad. That ain't bad.
Remember this too. He's the 27, so he's only what? He's going to be going into his junior year this year. So
what's he, like 16?
Yeah, so he's like a sophomore this year. He just ended his sophomore season. So he's going to be a junior next year. So he's got 2 years. He could gain another inch or 2. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that don't bother me, especially with some of these dudes. You know, if you can go up and get the ball and high point the ball and stuff, and you got a big time vertical, you know, sometimes it don't matter.
Yep. So, and this is one of those situations where Bryce Underwood already has a great relationship with him. Due to Sound Mind, Sound Body, which is the big camp or the big, group of players, or like, you know, it's like a, what is it? Like a, you know, a football association where they, you know, all the best players in Michigan play with each other, practice. They do the 7-on-7s, all that. So that is how they all know Bryce Underwood. And Bryce Underwood's already built relationships with these kids. Player to watch. And he's going to be visiting. So just so you guys know, he's visiting in 2 days on March 20th. So I wanted to bring that to your guys' attention. Let's be on the lookout for that. Obviously, there's a long way to go on that one, but that is a name we got to get familiar with. The last thing I want to hit on, and we talked about this on Monday on the actually we talked about it Sunday, and then we also talked about it yesterday on our members only hangout yesterday. This is basketball, but there is a player who entered the transfer portal out of Iowa by the name of Owen Freeman. Okay, considered one of the top transfer players, won freshman of the year at Iowa 2 years ago. He's averaging 16 points a game, I think like 8 rebounds. He's like a Vlad Golden, but more skilled. And word is that I believe it's between Gonzaga and Michigan. But I can't remember, I think it's Gonzaga is the other school. I told our guy Block M on Sunday that I was hearing on my end, it's Michigan. It's Michigan. Like I was hearing mid last week that Michigan's coming very aggressively, and Dusty May's working very hard to land him, and things are looking very good for Michigan. On Monday, we talked about it again, and from my understanding, Michigan's looking very, very good for Owen Freeman. So be on the lookout. I anticipate Michigan. I'm going to say I anticipate Michigan to land him. From my understanding, Michigan's very aggressive here in terms of NIL, and I even had somebody share with me, there was an Iowa radio show talking about what some of these teams are offering in terms of financial compensation. And let's just say from them, because so from them, Michigan is way above them in terms of NIL offering. So that's what was being said in Iowa. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Be on the lookout for that. Very exciting times. What we do know before we end this recruiting update, what we do know is when Dusty May got his contract extension, he was given even more NIL promises in terms of financial resources. So basketball's in a great spot, football's in a great spot, and it's great to be a Michigan Wolverine, boys.
Yes, sir.
It is, man. So, all right, let's hit on some of these super chats. So we got DMD, go blue, boys. Go blue, brother. Stephen Powers became a member. Be on the lookout. I'm about to make the community post. I'm just trying to do everything at one time. I should have did it before the show, but like I said, I had to scarf down a burger. I've had meetings. It's been a busy day, but we're doing our best here. So we got
you made the burger yourself, or was it smash burger? Come on, paint the picture for
it. It was a grilled burger on the barbecue. Grilled burger on the barbecue. It's warm here.
Okay.
In Michigan. 60 degrees right now.
What is it? TJ?
66 degrees outside, bro. We're getting it in early.
Okay.
Yeah. Get that good ground beef and do the damn thing. All right, then we got Justin here, $5 hitter. TJ asks, our freshman safety Winston about TJ asks, our freshman safety Winston, so Canelo Winston, about Meadows since they are teammates. Meadows. Oh, Carter Meadows. Okay. Well, okay. I guess we'll reach out to. All right. Well, let me try and reach out to Canelo Winston then. We'll see what we can get. But so Canelo Winston went to Gonzaga. Did I forget that? I think you're right too. Now that I think about it, you're right. Yeah, we'll have to try and reach out to Canelo Winston. I'll tell John to reach out to him, see if we can get him on the show. Yes, you're right, Gonzaga. Interesting. Okay. Well, shit, that's good. That's good. Canelo Winston can let him know the deal. All right, good to know. I appreciate that connection, Justin. I didn't even know that. Appreciate you, man. All right, so let's get to our next topic. Ooh, we got a goodie. We got big game, boys. Big game Thursday. March Madness, Michigan versus UC San Diego. Johnny, haven't gotten your thoughts on it. What'd you think about the Big Ten Championship? Because, we run everything. Little Sparty's down bad. What's your thoughts about not only the championship over the weekend and what's the game coming up this weekend? And how far do you think Michigan's going to go?
I don't know. I'm hoping they can make it at least Elite Eight. But the good thing I say is they're playing their best ball right now, I guess you would say. They're in a groove. You just made it through the Big Ten tournament. Now, the thing about the NCAA tournament, it's not like college football tournament where the seed, you're not going to beat the higher seed. Like all the higher seeds won for the most part. NCAA tournament, you can lose. Like the margin between these teams, it's not as great. So you can lose these games. Not to say that they will lose against UC, was it San Diego? But you got to still come out and play sharp. You can't come out there and, we're playing a lower level team. We're just going to spank them. No, you got to come out there and execute and don't turn the ball over.
Yeah, definitely. That's the thing is like UC San Diego. So quite honestly, full transparency, I didn't even know UC San Diego was a damn team.
Me neither. I had to look.
Who?
I looked them up. I'm like, okay, let me see who they play. Who are these guys? But you still can't take them for granted, though.
They became a D1 program in 2020. In 2020. So they're currently ranked 35th in the net, 39th in KenPom. But what makes this matchup very interesting, to me, there's a lot of things. So they do not have a player taller than 6'8" on their roster. It's a very small lineup.
Oh, we got a body, but that means they quick.
Yeah, well,
they get like 10 steals a game.
Okay, yes, and we're gonna get into that, and I know why. So I've done some research and I've looked into this team because we're doing our research on the bracket. You know what I'm saying? But they got white boy speed. Okay, they got white boy speed. They ain't that quick. But
you said that. You said it. I didn't say that.
Hey, bro,
I
we call
didn't
it
say it.
we call it like we see it. We call it like we see it. Now, what also is interesting about UC San Diego is they rank 307th nationally in rebounding rate, which means they're a poor rebounding team because they're short as shit. They're
Yeah.
small. We should capitalize. We should
Yeah.
capitalize. The thing that makes them deadly, and there's two things that make them very deadly, is they shoot 36.5% from three, which is ranked 57th in the nation. They're a good shooting team. They'd like to hit their threes. It's a big part of their game. So if we can make them uncomfortable and make them, miss some shots, then we're gonna be in a great position. If we can out rebound them, we're in a great position. We cannot
Hey,
allow
pound that rock. That's the type of ball we play, though, for the most part.
Yeah.
So it plays into Michigan's hands.
The reason why they cause so many turnovers, which they cause the third most turnovers in the nation, we're one of the worst teams in the nation in terms of turning the damn ball over. So that's why a lot of people are actually picking Michigan to get upset. But what makes them so dangerous is they run this like man zone defense where their zone shifts. So like it's a unique zone type. And I'm going to be honest with you, what it does is it confuses defenses. And because typical zone.
What's it like, a 1-3-1-3-1?
No, it's like I was going to show you a video because it'll be copyrighted. It's like, so they run a zone, but they maintain their man responsibilities. So, but it's unique, and you're gonna.
That's why I thought it might be a 1-3-1.
Yeah, but it's not a 1-3-1. It's like fluid. And I'm gonna be real with you. It like if you look at how this defense is ran, it is confusing, and you could see why this causes so many turnovers because it's not a normal defense. It is a unique defense, and Michigan needs. The problem with Michigan is they make the dumbest turnovers. They throw the ball away right at dudes. Like it's like, come on, man. Like the guy's right there. Right? Don't throw the ball to him. He's right there. Like sometimes they don't look before they throw. So we have to be very careful with this defense. So they rank. So actually, I'm sorry. UC San Diego ranks second. They have the second highest defensive turnover rate, with opponents giving the ball away. Listen to this. Opponents give the ball away 23.2% of the time on their possessions. Almost a quarter of the game, they're giving the ball away, guys.
That's crazy.
And they're averaging 20 points a game off of turnovers. This is the game.
Exactly.
This is the game.
And that's how teams get upset in the tournament. They get sloppy, and the other team gets hot.
Yeah. So Michigan's got to make UC San Diego uncomfortable from distance. They got to get their rebounds, no second chance opportunities, and limit turnovers. We can win this game. We have the size advantage. This is the only tidbit I'll give you guys. I do have Michigan beating UC San Diego in my bracket. Yeah, that's what I got. So
yeah, you pound that rock. That's our game anyway. So pound it. Make them get in foul trouble, slow the pace of the game down, all that good stuff. Same. Michigan ball, the same, whether it's football or basketball, we're gonna slow the pace down and grind you out and make you quit.
Yeah, 2 out of the 3 games this weekend, we had low turnovers. We did a really good job, and we but against Wisconsin, we were not making our shots. We got to get our shots. Now, the other thing that's unique about this game is it's in Denver, it's in altitude, and we just played Sunday, and now we got to play Thursday night at 10 o'clock, guys. By the way, so we'll do the call-in show. And we'll lead you guys up until the game, and then we'll obviously I'll get off. We'll all enjoy the game at our own leisures. But yeah, big game Thursday. Be on the lookout. We'll definitely do a little pregame Thursday, just kind of looking at the events of Thursday, seeing where we are. We'll give you an update on where the bracket is. But obviously I'll be in first place. But so I guess there's not much of an update. You guys already know. But anyways, point being is we're gonna have a good time Thursday, so be on the lookout for that. Let's go Michigan. Let's go Dusty. Hey, it's our first March Madness with Dusty May. Johnny, what's your thoughts on how far do you think we're gonna go in this?
I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna say they're gonna make a run to. I want to say Elite 8 keeps popping up in my head, so I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with the Elite 8. Hopefully they can make it to the Final Four. I thought the final. I saw a commercial saying the Final Four, Tampa. So I'm like, oh, the Final Four is in Tampa. Let me see what these tickets looking like. So then I Googled the tickets, and it's the women's Final Four, which no shade, but but it ain't the men's.
Is Caitlin Clark playing?
Huh?
Is Caitlin Clark playing?
No, she's in the
Count me out.
WNBA.
Count me out.
All they got is the Juju girl in USC. So I'm like, but bro, those tickets, upper deck, Final Four for the women, $500 for the upper deck. Lower level, 1,500, 3,000 a ticket.
Nuts, really? Wow.
Yes, for the women. The men's Final Four is in San Antonio, I believe.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah, I thought I might be able to go to the Final
You got
Four.
Michigan making it to the Elite Eight. That means you got Michigan beating Auburn, bro.
I'm
Okay.
just going with it. This is
I got my
bracketology.
I got my bracket right here. Pen to
This
paper.
is bracketology. Hey, it ain't got to make sense. You just put it on the paper. It don't got to make sense. Let's go with it.
Can't let no one see what I'm building here. All right, so that's where we are. That's where we are. So let's go blue. Let's see what the boys can do. All right, our next topic, Johnny, is how come Buckeyes are stupid. Just kidding. All right, our next topic is spring depth chart safeties.
Okay.
So let's get into it. Now, again, I'm not John, so I don't have all the names listed. But so we'll get into it. So here's my projected safeties. Johnny, let me get your thoughts on this. So I got Rod Moore starting at one safety. I got TJ.
Hold on. Do you think Rod will be ready for the season?
I do think he'll be ready for the season.
Okay.
I do. I know he had the setback, and unfortunately, it does look like he won't be ready for spring ball. But I do anticipate. Now, I'm assuming, man. I can't say I know. I don't know, But I anticipate he'll be ready for the season, and because of that, we're gonna go with Rod Moore. I'll give you guys who I have behind Rod Moore once we talk about the opposite side starter. But so that could be potentially the official starter if Rod Moore is not ready. But the next player I have is TJ Metcalf out of, I believe, Mississippi State is where they played. So
Arkansas State?
You're right. No, it was Arkansas. You're right. Not Arkansas State. It was Arkansas. You're right.
You're right. Arkansas.
They all got the same colors down there. You know what I mean? But anyways, yeah. So TJ Metcalf came from Arkansas. My apologies. And so I got those two pairing up in the back end of the defense. Behind them, I got Brandon Hillman behind Rod Moore, and I got Jaden Mangum behind TJ Metcalf. I believe it's going to be their time to shine.
Where do you have Mason Curtis?
So I have Mason Curtis behind Brandon Hillman. That's what I have Mason Curtis.
Who you got at nickel though?
So at nickel, I do have Jaden McBurrows starting at nickel. But Rod Moore can go there. Brandon Hillman can go there. I mean, I'm thinking. Yeah.
How much faith we got in McBurrows at this point? I've been wanting McBurrows for about 2 years now. I'm about tired of rooting for him.
Bro, he's been playing though. Like, it's not like he doesn't get on the field. He's played in the playoffs.
He just always get hurt. Like,
yeah, So I mean, look, it could be McBurrows, it could be Hillman, it could be Rod Moore, it could be Mason Curtis. I mean, we have that, and it's not like we're not naming these names because there's no talent. We're naming these names because these dudes can all play. We have seen Jaden McBurrows play well at the highest stage. We have seen Brandon Hillman and Mason Curtis last year really up in their game and playing very good. Impact plays.
All those dudes that played at the end of last year, that defense was on a string. It don't matter who was in. If you were in and playing on that defense, you were locked in and playing really good football.
Absolutely. Yeah, that defense was elite. Top 10 defense. And potentially top 5 the way they were playing. Remember the beginning, like we finished the year top 10 defense. We started the year not good, like in the 70s.
Yeah, they were confused, and Wink had to change some things, get on the same page.
Yeah, so impressive. And Wink Martindale, shout out to Wink Martindale. We saw his press conference recently. He says he feels way more comfortable now, way more comfortable than he did last year. Talking about how he brags to Jesse Minter and Mike McDonald that he held Ohio State to only 10 points and they didn't. It's hilarious.
So Jaden Mangum, what was bothering him last year? With he had some type of injury. Do you know what it was?
No, so what I heard was it wasn't necessarily injury that was holding him back. It's just so he had when he transferred last year, he had 3 years of eligibility. So now he's down to 2 years of eligibility. And for those who don't know, Jaden Mangum was the transfer from Michigan State. He led the team in interceptions at Michigan State, one of their better DBs, actually probably their best DB on their team. Transferred to Michigan, pissed off Sparty. You love to see it.
So he didn't get a red shirt last year?
I think he did get a red shirt. Let me look.
Okay.
You know what? I don't know. Let me just double check. I don't know. Eligibility, the whole eligibility thing, it gets wild,
Wasn't he a freshman at Michigan State?
Let's double check.
I can't remember though. All these players coming and going, and
so he played. It looks like okay. So he was a sophomore, 2023.
Okay,
it looks like they burned his red shirt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to play 6 games. If they would have just played him 2 less games, he would have kept his red shirt.
For last year or at Michigan State?
So I think he did red shirt at Michigan. I was looking at Michigan State. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. All right, so hold up. Yeah, no, he red shirted at Michigan.
That's what I thought because how many games did he play in last year?
Not one game in Michigan. Not one game. So
that's what I was thinking.
There's not one game unless it was special teams, and I don't see it because they don't do special team snaps. I think he redshirted. If someone in the chat knows better than I, let me know. Jaden Mangum is a ball hawk. Like Jaden Mangum, that's why I have him behind TJ Metcalf to learn from him. And I think so. The reason why, from my understanding, the reason why he didn't play last year is because, and he was okay with it, is because Michigan told him, hey, we want to develop you and get you more fundamentally sound. Apparently, like tackling and things like that, just getting his vision and his understanding of the game better. And word is they're going to unleash him this year. He's going to get more playing time. So he was a big get, last spring, I think it was. So
we need them. We rotate them safeties. It ain't just 2 dudes all game.
Definitely. So yeah. So my safety depth I have behind Rod Moore. I got Brandon Hillman, Mason Curtis, Caden Colser, and then Elijah Dotson, true freshman. And then I have behind TJ Metcalf, Jaden Mangum, Jacob Olden, and Jordan Young, true freshmen. Both are elite freshmen, by the way. And then Kynell Winston is a hybrid. He could play nickel or safety. He's Brian Branch Jr., so there's always that option as well. And he may see the field next year. He's that type of player. Yeah. All 3 of our freshman DBs, all 5 of our freshman DBs are actually elite. I'd say the Shamari Earls might play early at DB. I mean, at corner, Kynell Winston might get some early playing time. I think Elijah Dotson will redshirt. I think Jaden Sanders will redshirt. Jordan Young, I'm on the fence with. He might get special teams opportunity. He might redshirt. We'll see. But we're loaded. So
I'm hoping. My bad. I'm hoping Jair. I'm hoping Jair has put on some weight. Like he was.
Go on.
He was too skinny to me. To me, I think some of these. I think corners becoming that way where these guys are they're looking real kind of skinny, kind of smaller. I want my dudes in shape. Like I want you built enough so you can come up and hit and you don't get hurt when you're trying to hit, or you don't get put on your butt and you tackled him, but he really ran through you because you ain't got enough weight to lay some wood, So I hope he got his body in better shape, put some more mass, some more muscle on, because if besides the double moves, Jair Hill, he should be ready this year. It was just the double moves. He's thinking he's Will Johnson. Chill out. Just chill out. You ain't that yet. So hopefully he's worked that out. I think Wink was talking about that too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure this offseason he will gain a little bit of weight. I mean, it's his year. He's number 1. He's top dog now. Him and Zeke Berry are going to be holding down the outside. I mean, they both played at a great elite level last year, all Big Ten caliber level. I'm excited. Wink Martindale. Wink Martindale had an interesting comment, and this is something I've been kind of stressing a little bit on our channel. He goes, I don't know if we have any day one players in terms of the draft. I don't know if we have any day one guys on this defense this year, but he's like, I know for sure we got day 2 and day 3 guys on this defense this year. Or I'm sorry, not round 2, round 3 guys, day 2 guys on this team this year. And I agree with that.
That's true.
I think it's possible, though, Houseman or Barham could enter that round 1 conversation. I really do.
Yeah. They just have to put it all together for the whole year.
It's possible Rayshon Benny gets in that conversation also. Round 1.
Yep.
So we'll see. We'll see what the boys can do. But yeah, we're looking good there, man. I mean, I'm excited. Obviously now, boys, it's spring practice. So let's see what information leaks out. Me and Johnny were talking before the show. We got to be careful, though. We fell for the fall practice intel. We got to be mindful. Like, obviously, we're going to take it. We'll vet it, and then we'll see, like, all right, is Bryce Underwood really 100% the whole week? Maybe not. So we'll take intel with a grain of salt, obviously. But, I mean, I think we can also know where some things are probably plausible and some things are maybe hard to believe. We'll find out. But,
bro, we're going to be waiting for the minute-long little clips that they do on their Instagram or whatever, and they put the music behind it at practice. It's a minute of different practice. He looked fast going around that corner. Did you see that throw?
You trying to figure out what player it is. Oh, he's got a new number.
Bro, we be starving. They starve us out during the off season, bro.
It's bad. It's like someone dying of water, crawling through a desert, bro. Like, oh my God.
I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. All right, Johnny. Let's let our sponsor once again, Win Agency, who is doing the $1,000 March Madness. Enter. If you go to the community post, guys, I put a community post with the link. If you're having issues, please post on the community post. It is only for our tier 2 or higher members. You have until Thursday, 12:15 to submit your bracket to be second place. There's nothing wrong with being second place. At least you tried, but you don't win any money. So we will run the Win Agency commercial one more time. I will also put their website because you guys should look into Win Agency. Get a quote. I bet you they're better than your agent. I bet you they are. So here is Win Agency.
Hey, Michigan fans. It may be the off-season for football, but that doesn't mean we can't have a great time rallying around our amazing Michigan basketball team. In order to add even more madness to March, we at the Win Agency are issuing a $1,000 March Madness Bracket Challenge. This is only available to members. Whoever has the best bracket when the tournament is over will win $1,000 from the Win Agency. We're also filling out our own bracket, so you'll have to beat us if you want to win the grand prize. Good luck to all the Voice of College Football fans, and go blue!
Shout out to Win Agency, man. Again, the link or the website is in the chat, guys. Check them out. See if they can quote you better than what you got. I bet you they can. So reach out to them. They're great people. We appreciate them. They mean a lot to us. We do have a request from West Quad. Talk about the number changes. Let me pull those up.
Who done changed their numbers?
There was actually a few. I think it was like 4. There was 4 like noticeable number changes. I think Rayshon Benny changed his number. Let me pull them up. I saw him.
Don't they usually release the different weight changes, or that's later on when they do that?
It happens in like the summer.
Yeah,
so they go summer conditioning and all that. Let's see. No number changes. Shit. Let's see.
Hey, Richie Dubs, you say Ryan Day got the blueprint now, huh, to beat Michigan. He found the blueprint by not beating Michigan. That's a wild strategy. He found the strategy to beat Michigan by not beating Michigan.
Let's see if it works out for him, Johnny. All right, I got the number changes right here. So let's go through. We're going to go through the freshman jersey numbers. Let's see what everyone thinks about this. So for the freshman jersey numbers, We have Shamari Earls is number 2. That's big time. That's big time. Like that means you know
Who got the 2?
Shamari Earls. As a
I feel
freshman.
like we need to hold on to these jerseys.
Bro, Michigan, I'm going to tell you this, though. Like, Michigan feels like he's that dude, bro. You know, Will Johnson got number 2, like, as a freshman.
Yeah. Hey, Will proved it pretty fast, too.
Yeah, he did. Dude, there's a belief that Shamari's like, I don't want to say Will Johnson, but he's nice. Like, they actually expect him when he's a freshman to get some run. So,
yeah. I mean, as long as if they can try to live up to it, you know, Will Johnson, he lived up to it fast.
Yeah, he did. Andrew Marsh is number 4. Would you have some on that, Johnny?
No, but I was just gonna say Blake too. You know, Blake had the 2. He lived up to it also.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. So we got Andrew Marsh is number 4. Nathan Wasu-Boateng is 12. So far, there's nothing I don't like. Jordan Young is 14. Bryce Underwood, as we know, is 19. Crazy story. So I was in the gym, right? And now, you know, since I do this podcast, whenever I see Michigan gear, I'm always in my mind like, I wonder if they watch the podcast, you know, or I wonder if they have any idea that they have any idea who I am. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. But this one dude was wearing a Bryce Underwood jersey, brand new Jordan in the gym, bro. And I'm thinking to myself, like, one, you're not serious. What are you doing? What are you doing wearing that in here? You here for fashion, or you here to put some work in, bro? You ain't here to put no work in. Number 2, I'm thinking, boy's got money if he don't care about his jersey like that. You know, he must have some money. Because, like, I would not be wearing that to the gym. But do you even plan on sweating? Probably not. You just want to, like, look cool. That's another thing too. These dudes in the gym trying to look cool. What the hell are you doing, bro? Put some work in.
Bro, since nobody's got it right now, I want to see Bryce put on that number 1. Ooh.
19's his number, though, bro. That's his number.
I get it. I get it. That's just
19.
Bro, you know how clean he'll look in that 1?
Oh yeah. Yeah, especially as a quarterback. Woo.
You see what I'm saying?
It'd be nasty. It would be, but you know.
What receiver? I want to see a receiver take that 1 and understand what it means and what comes with it.
Andrew Marsh. But he's number 4, right?
I mean, the number 4 is fresh, but the number 1, same as number 2 at Michigan, means something. And I hope that Sharon Moore is understanding that and letting them know those certain numbers, they mean something here. You can't just be putting on that number and you on the bench or you looking like boo-boo. You put on that 2 or that 1. It's time to show up and show out.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't disagree. Our boy AD says TJ works at Curbs. Joke's on you. I go prospect hunting at Curbs. You already know the deal. So, all right. So let's continue on our jersey number reveal. So we have Donovan Johnson, number 26. That's okay. I think that's Clinton Portis' number. Chase Taylor, who was one of my favorite running backs for the Broncos. Chase Taylor, 29. Julius Holly, 37. Eli Owens, 45. That's perfect for Eli Owens. Travis Moten, 57. Can't say I like that tackle. But we'll see. You know, I'm sure he'll change it when he becomes a sophomore. Andrew Babaloa is 65. Avery Gatch is 74. Caden Strayhorn, 75. Jamar Browder is 88. I like that. I do like that. Bobby Kenka is Wayne Gretzky, 99. Now let's look at our transfers. This is interesting. Trey Williams is number 0. Interesting. TJ.
Hold on. Richie Dub said Ryan Day turned the corner against Michigan. What turn? What corner he turned? he turned and he made a right turn and he ran into a brick wall. Mason Graham.
Dead end street, bro.
he turned the corner. My bad.
I mean, go ahead. He's probably talking about the national title, but you didn't beat us, bro. So
yeah, you ain't turned no corner over here.
We are your national title. Don't you forget it. All right, so we got defensive lineman Trey Williams, number 0. I like it. TJ Metcalf, number 7. I like that. Mikey Keene, number 10.
He number 10.
You know,
so what's Zeke Berry? Wasn't Zeke Berry 10?
I don't know. When we get to it.
Well, Mikey Keene's on offense, so even if
right. You could double up numbers. But you know who wore number 10, right? Tom Brady.
Okay, you're right.
Caleb
GOAT.
Anderson, number 13. I like that. Donovan McCauley's also number 13. That's interesting for a wide receiver. Justice Haynes. Get your Justice Haynes jersey because he's about to go off. Number 22. Can't say I love that number. 22.
Who got
Can't say
22?
Justice Haynes.
Oh, that's old school right there. That's the old school running back. And Smith.
24. I love the number 24. Troy Bowles is number 40. Can't say I love that. 44 for Damon Payne. I absolutely hate that for a defensive tackle.
I hate it when they do that stuff.
Yeah, Brady Norton is 70. Let's look at some number changes. TJ Guy was previously 42. He's now number 4. Benjamin Hall is gone.
TJ. I like that. TJ think he finna come out. This is his year.
Yeah.
You put on number 4 at edge rusher, bro. He think he about to get 10. And the way he carries himself, he might just do that. I like that.
Yeah. So he's single number in it. He's coming for a big year. Benjamin Hall went from 28 to number 7.
That might make him look slimmer. He might, but Donovan, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
But did you see the video? What's his name again?
I don't know.
The running back.
Oh, Justice Haynes.
No, the other one. Benjamin Hall. My bad. I had a brain fart. Benjamin Hall. Did you see the video of him doing footwork?
I think you're talking about Justice Haynes.
No, there's one of Ben Hall.
Is there?
Two. Yeah. It was on the Michigan page shortly. It wasn't on there that long, but his feet look pretty nice. He still looked big, but he was moving. He was looking kind of quick.
Let's see if we can find it. I mean,
it was on there that was like last week.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't know. I don't see it. I'm gonna just assume you're a liar. All right. So we got defensive lineman Rayshon Benny. And I don't like this. I don't like this number change. We got Rayshon Benny going from 26 to 55, but why, bro?
It seems like some of the players are trying to keep the all-star stud players numbers going, like Mikey with 0.
Well, and Mason Graham wore 55.
Exactly. So it seems like that's the new trend. Is they want to carry on the legacy of those guys' numbers now because it means something. You know, these dudes won a national championship, so the 0 means something. You saw Josiah Stewart last year. You saw Samaj had it also, and trying to celebrate Mason Graham. So, Rashawn, this is your turn. This is what I always say. When you have to sit behind somebody, that don't mean you're not gonna get your chance. When they leave, now it's your turn to pick up that slack. You're the upperclassman. You the guy that it's time to show up and show out and get paid. Get that stock up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting for Rayshon Benny to go to that 25, or the number 55 number. Obviously, he's looking to call a shot. Joshua Nichols has gone from 29 to 36. Let's see. Anybody else of note? What? That's interesting. So Amarion Walker.
What do you got now?
Hold on. Let me hold on. Let me just confirm what I'm reading here. So apparently there's no number listed next to Amarion Walker.
Oh boy. So what does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe it's a typo. Who knows?
Because what was he before?
1. He wore number 1.
He had the 1. Yeah, you think about another number until you're ready to put we need that 1 on somebody.
Those numbers need to be like those numbers, the 1, the 2. I'd even argue 10.
1 and 2, bro. You got to earn those, or you better be that dude.
Those numbers have got to be earned, bro.
We went away from it for a while, and then they were letting anybody get it. I can't remember his name.
So
Keon Crawford, or He was wearing number 1 when Harbaugh first got here, like 2017, I want to say, or something. And then he transferred, but he had the 1 on. You got to earn those numbers.
So
You know what I'm talking about?
No, say that again.
I can't think of the player's name. He transferred though. But
Wait,
that's when they were letting guys get those numbers. Those numbers mean something. This isn't Ohio State. This isn't USC. This ain't Florida or wherever. This is Michigan. 1 and 2 means something. You want it, you got to earn it. And you best be ready to back it up if you get it.
I agree, bro. I'm 100% with you. I'm 100%. And hopefully Sharon's setting that standard now. So this is interesting. Michigan currently has 111 players on the roster. The limit is 105, boys. Is there cuts? Is there cuts now? Or is it like, how's this work? Because the new limit is 105. So I don't know how you have 111 on the roster. So that's very interesting. I wonder how Michigan's going to work that out. Obviously, 6 players have to go. Maybe there is cuts. Maybe you can make cuts after spring ball. I don't know. It's all new. So something we'll pay attention to. AD asks, is Marion Walker still on the team? He's on the roster. Just there isn't a number listed. We'll have to see how this goes. Some will pay attention. Maybe it's a typo. Maybe it's a mistake. I don't know.
Bro, I think he should have. Honestly, I think he should have stayed at corner. I think Harbaugh and the staff knew what they were doing, and if he would have stuck it out, he'd probably be starting right now, and his stock would probably be way up. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, I think that Michigan promised him that number 1, which is why he transferred here.
When? Oh, transfer back?
Yeah, from what is it, Ole Miss?
Yeah, I mean, we needed him. But I'm just saying, as far as his own future, he don't know what's best for him. He don't know what's best for himself.
Fucking GT.
You think you do, but I think Harbaugh and the staff knew that your best bet at playing good football is playing corner. Now,
yeah, they thought they could, because he's an athletic freak. He has the frame and athletic ability to be an elite corner, but you gotta be right up here, man. All right, so let's give a shout out here to GT with the $5 super chat. Bringing the spiciness with, now that Fauci's pardon is void, can we sue him for canceling the game in 2020, keeping OSU from losing 5 in a row? Good point, GT. It would be 5 in a row. We would be going for 6, but lucky for the Buckeyes, the game was canceled. You're welcome, Buckeyes. We saved you from another embarrassment. GT, $5 super chat. Ryan Day has never beaten Michigan without having Don Brown. That's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
He read Don Brown like a children's book.
Yeah, he knew the signs, which is how they got those advantages. Yeah, we know the deal. We know what's up. He don't got those signs no more. So he can't figure out this defense. This defense has been giving him nightmares for 4 years, bro. He can't figure it out. Ghost. 10 points last year, Johnny.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Wes Quad, we don't lie here. Truth only. He's 2020 game. We're fucking around. Just having some fun. But all right, boys, that's the show. Johnny, is there anything you wanted to hit on before we get out of here?
None. What Antoine was saying. If they use Omarion with like quick throws and slants and stuff like that, that's true. But
I agree.
We said that all last year, and you're not wrong. But I think his ceiling, I think his ceiling as being a corner, I think it probably was higher because he's got all the tools to be a great. I mean, he's got all the tools to be a great anything, but a corner that's that big, quick, with quickness, speed, that's a stud. What's he, 6'4", 6'5"?
Yeah, 6'4". He has the athletic.
I think Harbaugh and the staff saw something in him for a reason to put him at corner. And last year he would have been in the mix because he would have still been at corner. But whatever reason, he don't want to play corner.
The reason, all right, so you know why they moved him to corner. Right? It's not just his athletic ability. It's because he has a hands problem.
Okay, that's a reason for me to move you to corner. You can't catch.
So, and now Michigan had a wide receiver issue last year, so they said, "Hey, come to Michigan, we'll make you a wide receiver."
Yeah.
Didn't do anything, but
like before, they were working him both ways. I feel like they probably should have did that. That would have been good.
Yeah, well, it appears to me like he needs to focus on something because he's running out of time.
That's what I'm saying.
But he has the athletic profile to excel in this quick offense.
That's what he's got the tools to be a great football player at offense or defense.
I'm curious how Michigan's going to utilize him. I mean, he is a weapon. He athletically and speed wise, he's a weapon. When he did that 3-cone that made there was video of the 3-cone, it was the fastest time at the NFL Combine.
Crazy.
Something stupid. I don't remember what the number was. It was like 9.6 or something, 9.61. Or it was something crazy. It would have been the fastest time. I don't know what it was, but it was something crazy. But yeah,
bro, I want to see him. If he's on offense, I want to see him catch a deep ball. Like, please.
Yeah. Well, now you have a quarterback who can get him one.
Yes.
See, that's the thing too. Is like with a Marion Walker, he could stretch the field. He could be a Jameson Williams.
And it doesn't always have to be on the outside. You can do it from the slot. Also, put that safety in conflict.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's gonna be interesting to see how Chip Lindsey utilizes this offense, uses these weapons, because we do have some weapons. I mean, we're not depleted. There's talent. And now we have an offensive coordinator and an actual quarterback. It should be good, but we'll just have to see and let time go by before we draw any conclusions. So that is our show, guys. Johnny Olden, I want to thank you for doing this with me. It went by quick, bro. It went by real quick. You already know it's doing the show with you. I enjoy doing shows with you, man.
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate you having me. It's always cool to come over, chop it up.
Are you out of YouTube jail yet?
I'm still in YouTube jail. I'll be out in sometime. Honestly, I believe I have to reapply for monetization around the spring game. So I'll probably be in Michigan looking at it, showing y'all while I'm trying to reapply.
That's fucked up. That's crazy. For those who don't know, YouTube, they got our boy Johnny locked up. He can't make any money off YouTube right now, just for no reason at all. Just because he's a Michigan fan. NCAA must be a part of YouTube, man.
Yeah. Massive breaking news. YouTube has demonetized me.
Yeah, they're colluding. They're trying to get back at Jim Harbaugh through Johnny. You believe this shit? Ridiculous, bro. Anyway. Exactly. All right, man. Well, appreciate you, Johnny. Let them know where they can find you, man.
You can find me on YouTube, Johnny Olden Jr. Even though I'm not monetized right now, I'm still cooking up, do live call-in shows. I do car lives where I'm just ranting about whatever's on my mind.
Hilarious.
And what else? YouTube shorts, and I'm turning up on Twitter more. I'm getting these Ohio State fans in their feelings, and they don't like it. Trolling Michigan State. Garrison says y'all ain't worried about Michigan State. No, I'm not worried about it.
Whoa, dude, what the fuck is Garrison? I saw Garrison tagging you. What is going on? What is Garrison trying to say that you're talking about?
Because Garrison joined my live Sunday, and he was talking about Michigan State because I was saying I want Nick Marsh. Like, bro, what are you doing? They're not going to be good. Come to Michigan, And he was like, "Oh, they might be." I'm like, "No, they're not. We're going to still smack them." For the foreseeable future, we're smacking Michigan State. I don't know. I'm like, bro, we're smacking them. You might need to be worried about Childs. I'm not. We're gonna smack them.
Yeah, it's like 50% completion percentage. Fucking
yeah. So that's why I was posting this stuff. We're supposed to be worried about them,
dude. Fucking we tried getting Nick Marsh,
bro.
MSU upped his NIL so he wouldn't enter the portal. Michigan we
need him.
I know.
We need him.
We had him. Oh my god, dude. That'd be like the greatest. That'd be like, dude, the Spartans would be they would need Xanax or something. They'd be in depression, bro. They'd need those like SRIs, or not to belittle anyone on SRIs. But they would need an 800 number is what they would need. Not to belittle anyone using 800 numbers either. But MSU's going through it, bro. They're about to have a bad time. They're about to have a bad time next season. They're going to be no good again. But anyways, shout out to our boy Johnny. # free Johnny. follow our boy on the socials. We're trying to get his followers up. He just started being active again because obviously Twitter is where it's at least for the fun bullshit smack talk, at least. But you guys already know where to find me, TJ_Ronin. Get at your boy. I appreciate the follows. I appreciate the community. I appreciate people tagging me in breaking news from Michigan because sometimes I'm in meetings or I can't see it all the time. And whenever I get those tags and stuff, it's always good to get those. I do appreciate that. And our next show, guys, is going to be Thursday, 8 p.m. call-in show. Obviously, it's before our game for March Madness, which is at 10 p.m., which is wild, but whatever. We're here for it. Let's do that. I don't have a co-host for that right now, so we'll figure it out. But long story short, be there. Looking forward to it, and appreciate you guys being a part of this show. Thank you to everybody who super chatted. Let me make sure I got them all. No, I think I got another one. No, I read them all. Okay, I got them all. So we got all the super chats. Everyone's caught up. Again, want to let you guys know. Community tab. If you guys look at our community tab, I made a post that has the link to our March Madness bracket. There is currently, let's see, how many brackets do we have? There is currently only 15 still. Only 15 still. So only 15 guys. All right, so only 15 brackets. Guys, there is like 100. There's 120 of you who are able to submit a bracket. There's 120 who are tier 2 or higher. There's over like 120 of you. So only 15 want to play ball. That's fine. That's fine. You don't want $1,000. I'm okay with it because I like thousands of dollars. So I will, I'll win it for you. I'll do it. I'll do it for you. So that's what we'll do. But if you guys want to submit a bracket before Thursday, 12:15 p.m., the link is in the community tab for our members who are tier 2 or higher. Click on that and submit your bracket. Looking forward to competing with all of you and seeing who can win, because whoever does win gets bragging rights for an entire year. By the way, you get to talk shit for the entire year. That you get $1,000 and talk shit rights. So do that. So all right, guys, we're out of here. Appreciate everyone who's part of the show. Johnny, appreciate you, man. And as you guys know, it is always go blue.
Go blue.